Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money on a Wednesday, WINS day, the 31st of January. Of course, I will see you next month for my next video. Anybody going to laugh at that one? See you next month. It's the 31st. It's Dad Joke Day today. Mr. Sean Higgs on the X, formerly Twitter universe. Give me a follow over in the Twitter world. I'm going to put up some pics under the Midday Money hashtag. You can find Midday Money. It's nice to do. It's nice to do. It's in podcast form. Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. There's a bunch of podcasting platforms. You type in Midday Money, you find the Midday Money Show. You find the Late Night Money Show. It's all there. It is all there for the taking. Picks, I just threw in the chat here. Sean Higgs, YouTube. Come give me a follow if you haven't already. Poll question posted at Sean Higgs. And there's a poll question on winning free picks as well, YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out. Hit the like button. Notification bell's on. Got to put that notification bell on. I was doing Ross and Jesse today, right? We were on the show. That sounds a little weird saying I was doing them both, like I'm some kind of sexual deviant. We were doing our little free pick show today, and we were talking about like views on YouTube for the channels. And I mentioned like all the videos in the past would get a bunch of views on my Sean Higgs channel. And Ross was like, well, 7-8 years ago, it automatically sent out your video to all your subscribers. So I had a couple, whatever, I had 1,000, whatever subscribers. So automatically just went to their pages and you'd get, they don't do that. Apparently it's spamming. Anyway, picture in the chat here. Did I cover everything? The home page, like buttons, notification bells, Twitter world. There we go. I think that's about enough we could talk about. Let's do a recap yesterday. Recapping yesterday. What do we go? 2-2 in the video. Ball State loser. Texas Tech loser. Mississippi State. No, it was a 1-2 day in the video. I apologize. Yeah, Mississippi State didn't get there. Texas Tech. We missed that. Gonzaga won, though. NBA. Believe we had a winner with the under. We will take it. We'll take that. Nothing on the ice. We're a little standstill at the ice with the break. Today's picks. I did add a couple plays from last night. So Xavier first half here. I do have St. John's for the game against Xavier. You're like, hey, how do you do that? Well, I do like St. John's because I just think they're coming together. A couple losses here. Yes, close losses in a couple games. Xavier off a 50-point beatdown. So if they're going to win, or if they're going to show up today, we'll get them in the, Xavier will show up in the first half. Again, to me, I just think St. John's is the better team. I'm going to go think, though, Xavier, the more I thought about it last night and this morning, going over numbers, looking at the spreads, I'm like, that's a spot where if you're not responding at home after a 50-point loss, so we'll do that here. Georgia plus 5.5, Kentucky -6, UConn -13, North Florida, pick 'em. And Santa Clara, Michael Bier, guy bought up last night, and I dove into him like, you know what? Really good spot for Clara here with Mary's heading to Gonzaga next. So, yeah, maybe a little flatty spot there. Let's take Clara in the 14. NBA has not changed. Cavs under 228.5. Pelly's -2.5. Minnesota 13.5. Yeah, guys on all over the place in that game. Makes sense. So there is that. What was I going to say? Oh, all right. I was going to mention pick-wise. So NBA 25-22 plus 26-22, I should say. Plus 255. And, last year when we did the pick, where is it here? 68-64 plus $20. So I guess we're almost right around level to what we were last year in our picks in the show. Hockey is 15-15 plus 250. Last year, 51-62 plus $30. NFL 53-43 plus 605. 59-54 for all of last season. And it's weird because we had a losing record last year at 59-54. We lost money. But on the sites, we hit a whopping 61%. And now this year, we are doing better in the free picks here. But my season NFL is at 55%. So there's that. And college basketball last year, losing year 269, 286. We are 105 and 112, down a little bit there. But the good news is that since January 1st, 95 and 69, 57% college hoops. So hopefully that's switching. Going to catch some games. Although last night we didn't catch. No, we lost VCU 4.5. Tough loss there. Syracuse +4, lost by 5. Texas Tech 5.5. Couldn't finish out the game there. So we've still had a bunch of losses like that. But, as I said, January has better. We got February ahead of us and then March. T-Money in the chat. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. I guess it was one of those days I love it. And the Sharks 2-0 victory over the Kraken. Yeah. Well, I don't know if the 2-0 is it a shocker. How is Seattle favored that much, right? And Jesse had brought up a good point in the show about taking the puck line there with San Jose because they're in games. They're losing games by a goal. So if you're going to be in it, worth a shot. Good day for you yesterday. Georgia, UCF today had to pass out Florida. I need a little more value, but maybe I'll in-game if it gets out of hand. Also heavy hockey props today. Heavy hockey, huh? What do we got? One game? I didn't even... Yes, we had, 2 games yesterday, 3 games today. I didn't even look at any hockey. I just feel like these are games where maybe, are they looking ahead to taking days off? I mean, a little break coming up. Why wouldn't it look that way? I mean, you have a 250, 260 fave in Seattle, losing on the road. St. Louis at home, big fave. 160 at home, losing. Ottawa, Nashville, dogfight kind of game. What do we have in today's situation here? I mean, do you take Ottawa on the road again? I mean, Detroit looks easy. Anaheim looks easy against San Jose off a win. And no, thank you. Don't have to play that nonsense. It's a pass. Lex is in the house. Oh, keep it class with the Hickster. You know how we roll, Lex. South Florida plus the points from our guy, the Miz. He's liking South Florida versus East Carolina. Did you come in with this game last night as well? Was that you in the chat talking South Florida against ECU? Everybody, everybody's on South Florida. I understand. I understand the South Florida love, little bull love. Tim Roll, he won't be happy. I'm ready for baseball season. Easy money with Dodgers money line every day in your parlays. Yes. I thought you were going to come in baseball season and you're going to come in and grace our presence with some college basketball. Tim, are you going to stop in with baseball and do spring training with me this year? We had a winning record last year in spring training, me and you. You going to pop in? I know you got the Earl show. Miss says South Florida plus 2.5. Austin, PA under 138.5. No opinion on PA. Let's see. Austin, PA. I went to the Austin, PA film school. Let's see if you figure out that movie quick. Western Carolina over 145. I was a 144. PA was 140. All right, that's going in the right direction for you there. Wake Forest over 145. I thought about adding that to the chat here. Excuse me, 143. I thought about adding that there, Miss. Bradley over 138. Mr. Bradley smells badly. If you don't tell me who sprung the leak, you'll be expelled for at least a week. There's a little what's happening. Roger rerun Dwayne quote for you. What do you got here for Bradley? 138. All right, I could get behind that one there against Northern Iowa. I don't hate that. Don't hate that one. And Rutgers under. This was I thought about that. Why do I think we're going to see points in this game? Because I was thinking, Rutgers and under here, Rutgers at home. We're playing at the rack. or the Jersey Mike's cheesesteak sandwich player arena. I don't even know what it's called. Player Prop Kings in the house. No like button today. You didn't stream yesterday. Appreciate you hitting the like button. Yeah, only the late show last night. Only the late show. Good to see you, Player Prop King. Nick says, Higgs hit the like button yesterday. Had a good day. Under Knicks, I had that as well. Over Wizards, excellent. Today I'm on hockey, Red Wings, and under Kings. NBA. The Red Wings, why does that look way too easy? It was a 135 last night. Now that line has dropped. So, again, going into breaks, I'll sit back and cheer for everybody to win. The Sacramento Kings, you know, I had the Heat. I mean, let's be honest. I had them against Phoenix, loser. What else game do we have them on? Against Boston? We have at home that day? I've mentioned the Heat a couple times here. They are really struggling right now. 7 straight losses. And yet they're favored against a team that's won 4 in a row, 3 straight on the road. Now, is this a spot of the old 3 games in 4 nights? Do you take the Heat here? Right? I mean, they're playing as. Why does it seem too easy just to come in and take the Kings there, Nick? Again, it's a no play for me there. My initial lean was Miami. I can't bet on a team that's lost 7 in a row. I want to though. Player Prop King says Franz Wagner over 3.5 assists. This is Franzi over 3.5 assists. Poundon says I love EC today. Little East Carolina from Poundon. Hold on, I'm pretty sure I Am Skinny. The last time, oh no, somebody else. I Am Skinny came in here and said, "Thank me later." Play on Houston. That wasn't you, Poundon. Must have been somebody else. Tigers over 8.5 wins. Yes, the truth. I have it marked already. KC and Detroit overs. I got little checks next to them. They're my 2 favorite, believe it or not. Those are my 2 favorite plays. Those are my 2 favorite. I got to dig into the other divisions, and I have because I have them all. My little lineup here. The Dodger one to me is interesting because they are 400 to win the division. To have the best record in baseball, they are plus 120. Like, who's giving them a run? Their win total is 104.5. This was, again, a couple weeks ago. The Braves are second at 100.5. I mean, I don't want to lay minus 400 to win the division. So obviously I'd say, well, let's take Arizona at plus 850 or the Padres at 10-1. I'm not going to take the Dodgers to win. You know that. But at 120, I could get plus 120. Sure. I think that's, if you want to bet the Dodgers long term, that's the only thing you do. And even for a $20 return on $100, is it worth it? I don't think so. I mean, obviously, I would actually probably, for a return wise, take the Braves to win best record at plus 330. But Tigers, I'm high on the Tigers. Kansas City, 72.5 wins. And both of those guys, Detroit's plus 390, Kansas City's 1,200 to win the division. Who else am I betting in that division? I don't like Minnesota's team. I don't like Cleveland's team. White Sox are going to be terrible. Spring training. Yeah, spring training, fella. Wendell Carter over 9.5 boards, says Player Prop King, minus 130. A little Wendell Carter. I'm taking a pen out. I need a little player prop action today. Let's see. Wendell Carter over 9.5 rebounds. Let's go. Tim says spring training and NCAA baseball. Well, I'll leave the NCAA baseball to you. That'll be all you. Happy New Investment Group brought Orioles for $1.72 million. Maybe they could get a starting pitcher because you need a starting pitcher. You're not going to win without another frontline starter. Maybe you get in on Snell. Why do I feel Snell is going to go to like the Mariners or the Giants still? Nick says on Xavier Moneyline College basketball. I like him first half. I'm a Johnny's guy. So there's that. But Xavier first half for all the marbles. Braves team rolled at spring training last year, showing we both have issues. Being that excited about it. Baseball's my favorite. I love baseball. It's my favorite. And that's comes from when I had a losing prop year last year. Um, for the show, my long-term props for the season hit. We had big winners there, but ended up a little bit of a winning baseball season. But if you're better, most people just want to bet team money. They don't. Let's be honest. They don't care about winning money. They want to have fun betting. The baseball is your sport. If you're just having fun, bet with friends, have fun. You know, be res- be irresponsible betting parlays. Baseball's the way to go because the absolute best team, they're telling you, is going to lose 60 games this year, 58. The Braves, as great as the Braves are, they're saying the Braves will lose 62 games this year, folks, and they'll be favored in 145 of those games. And as I said before, I'm going to take team money off so it's not like the lecture sticks coming out and pointing people. I think people are just so blinded by nonsense they see on TikTok and Instagram and FanDuel, wherever the heck they're watching their nonsense. You're going to lose a game. You're not going to be undefeated in a sport. Baseball, you can be 40% and make money. You can be what most people are betting, 35, 45%. That's what most people are when it comes to betting. You could say, oh, not me. Yeah, whatever. Sure. I'm not talking about a hot streak for 4 months you're on. Go 10 years. Get back to me. Come see me in 2034. Let me know how your betting's been doing. Baseball, you can hit 40% and make money. Now, people want to bet the Yankees and the Braves and the Dodgers and Padres and all these big faves. Not making money doing that. That is not where the money is to be made. Lex says, gotta love UCF, West Va, and Tulsa today. David says, I'm assuming you're all over Northwestern plus 13.5. No, I'm not on Northwestern at all. Why would I be on Northwestern there? Wouldn't Purdue want to say, "Wow, you caught us on the road. Now we're going to beat you and abuse you at home"? I mean, have you seen some of the Purdue scores? I mean, this team is 19-2. So they're going to come in and win this game because, or lose this game. Like, let's 8 points on the road. 33-point winner at home over Michigan. What's that? 20? No, by 17 over Penn State. The crazy thing when you look at this Purdue record of 19-2, look at all these road games. 1, 2, 3, 4 of their last 6 have been on the road. Lost to Nebraska on the road. Illinois at home, you won by 5, and Illinois is a lot better than Northwestern. You beat Arizona by 8 on neutral. Alabama by 6 on a neutral. 21 against Iowa, 19 against Iowa. Marquette on a road winner. Tennessee on a neutral winner. Gonzaga on a neutral winner. Xavier at home, 20. Moorhead at home, 30. Stanford at home, 40. Yeah, I don't see Northwestern coming in here and pulling out another upset where they're sitting on the road. Let's see, last time they were on the road, they lose by 6 at Nebraska, lose by 8 at Wisconsin, lose by 30 at Illinois, neutral Arizona State winner, neutral loser to Mississippi State, neutral winner Rhode Island. I mean, yeah, I'm going to lay the points here in a spot. Again, I didn't lay the points. You're asking me. I'm not on Northwestern. I would much rather have Purdue in a game to say, this is how good we are. Take care of business. Lex says, for what it's worth, Central Florida, West Va, Tulsa. Al says, do I like Baylor, UCF under 139.5? That line has not moved one bit. So I think it's probably right where it should be. This plays under. I could see this staying under. I could see this being like a 70, 66 kind of thing. Player Prop King says Red Wing centers under 7. Kachuk under 3.5 shots on goal plus $3. Keith Kachuk's son. Well, I'm assuming it's his son. Lex Steele likes the over in LaSalle. The Explorers against Rhode Island. Sure, two trash programs. Player prop says Red Wings sends under 7. Larkin over a half a point plus 198. I'm going to write down your totals here. Ottawa under 7. So they're both under 7. So the same game, but we're just going Kachuk under shots and Larkin over points. Please change the poll to did you hit the like button, smash the like button, ignore the like button. That'll be tonight's. I don't know how many if people watch more. They watch more on replay, so I don't even know if I could. I'll use that tonight and tomorrow. I'll do that on late night money tonight too. Just hit, smash, ignore. Bet you're gonna smash it. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, why wouldn't they smash it? Alabama -6, Rutgers under the 144. See, Bill, I don't know. The Rutgers game to me I think it's gonna be an over. I didn't bet it though. And Alabama, uh, this was a 5.5, 6.5 versus Georgia. I mean, Bama's played a great non-conference schedule. Now the record's not there, but you play a bunch of good teams. You look at the roadies, and I don't know if Jesse might chime in on this one too, because we were talking about this today. You have a team in Alabama, big win against LSU. You had a 90 game against Missouri. You lost to Tennessee, no harm there. You won at Mississippi State, hung on, won by 3 at Vanderbilt. Liberty neutral, Arizona neutral, Creighton, Purdue. I mean, all losers, but 3 really good teams. I can't put Georgia in that kind of category. Ohio State neutral, Oregon is win there, lose Ohio State. You've played good teams. Georgia to me though can hang here. I mean, this is a team that scored 98 versus Florida, 96 against Kentucky, both on the road by the way. So they lost those games. 105-96 to cover the number, 102-98 covered the 8.5 there. Had a win in between those crazy games, 68-66. So as bad as you think Georgia is, like, oh, it's not a real team. Alabama's a better team, better schedule, better opponents. I don't know, man. Georgia to me can play whatever Alabama wants to play. And at home, and again, Jesse's in the chat, and I'm going to quote a Jesse. I think last year he said they were 13-4 at home, and they were a worse team. And again, you get some cupcakes here in non-conference action and stuff. You kind of get some wins, but you still need some. You still need to win a couple in the SEC play. Tim Rose says, "Go Pirates." This could be ECU. This could be the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're talking baseball. I don't know. It could be ECU basketball tonight at home as a small fave. Georgia for Jesse. MLB futures will be posted soon. Yeah, we're going to start doing that. I mean, maybe on you know what? Let's look to Friday. We'll do some baseball stuff here. Maybe even tomorrow because tomorrow's Thursday. We could start doing a little stuff Thursday night into Friday because Friday is a late college basketball. No hockey really to talk about with the All-Star break. So we can kind of bring up some baseball stuff. So we'll have a little baseball talk this week. Why not? We have tomorrow. We'll have a decent schedule of college basketball. Right? It's Thursday. You should probably get some games. Full slate probably on a Thursday. Decent amount of games. And Friday, of course, it'll be slim pickings. So we'll do something Thursday night, and then Friday with the midday night, we'll do some baseball. Royals win Central 850. That's a good number, 850. It was 1,200 on FanDuel. Jesse says, ain't laying 6.5 on a road with a team that can barely win at Vanderbilt. Yeah, that's it's 7.5, not 6, not 9.5 for the. Which one was that? The 9.5, 7.5. I don't know why you put 9.5 either. Wendell Carter is a 6.5 for the rebounds. Rebounds 7.5. I gotcha. Carter and Franz is on the Magic. Good point out there. I thought I knew where Wendell Carter was. Lex lock of the day. McCallum over 2.5 threes. Here comes the lock emoji. Give us some soccer. Here we go. English Premier League. Nick. We got Burnley over 3.5 goals. Spain League. Royo Vallejo over 2.5. Belgium soccer. Euro. Upin over 2.5. Are those team totals or goals for the game? Lex says Lex like of the day is Harden double. Not a lock, it's a like. Otani over 1.5 Ruby's first game. Here we go. Just so you know, Major League Baseball, first game of the year in March. It is a is out. First pitch, Milwaukee and the New York Metropolitans. Do we take the Brew Crew in that game? Tim Rowe might not be happy. South Carolina does it again, says backstage tattoo. Backstage, good to see you. What up, Higgs? Marcos minutes in the house. Hit the like button for you and Mr. Nika. Where is Mr. Nika? Where is Mr. Nika? When is baseball starting its games? And so baseball, I guess preseason, spring training, first game, February 22nd. It is a Thursday. Dodgers and the Padres. Team total Braves 100.5. 100.5 wins. Locking in with the King is in the house. Marcos Minute. Yeah, there's no Marcos Minute. Way too many games for a Marcos Minute. Only on a Friday we can do a Marcos Minute or a light schedule on a Monday. Because we're keeping the shows like the half hour. Just says that Al, I got a premium play on the under in UCF. Jesse's giving out winners to the chat. Michael B's in the house. Welcome. Bill says, was that team money he almost took South? He did take South Carolina plus 800 yesterday. Purdue first half, anybody's looking at that game, so I would bet it, but I'm off the game. Not going to bet it. Purdue is rolling. They are rolling. And T-Money, South Carolina money line yesterday, by the way. It's the Suns tonight. Does Durant go off against his old club? It looks like it. You look at the line 3. Why don't they roll? I can't. I had the Suns the other day. This is what I got today. Cavs under, Pelicans, and Minnesota. I'm going to go. I know it's fading the injury report, and usually you take a team like that with a bunch of guys out for the Mavericks. I'm going to think opposite. I think we have a Minnesota team that back home, again, bad spot. You went 3-4 on the road, but you had lost your last 2 games at home, the Charlotte and OKC. So you got to get back on track. You lost to the Spurs. You held on to beat the Thunder. But, let's start getting the ball rolling here in the right direction. Sloppy play lately. Taking Northwestern plus 13. Only lost once by more than 13 all this year. I don't hate it. I mean, they already beat Purdue. So you think, hey, we can keep it close. To me, it's a no thank you. James is in the house. Yo, as opposed to you backwards. Bill, I didn't almost take South Carolina. I did take them. Yes, you did. For what it's worth means for the win. Okay. I thought it was like or after World. Here we go. Yeah, the abbreviations, you got to spell them out here for me. Backstage says, I love the Niners Super Bowl public and the Swifties will be all over the Chiefs. I agree. My first look was, hey, I'll take the Chiefs plus 125. We're getting 2.5 points. Sure. It went down to a 1. It's back up to a 2. All you're going to get is Mahomes 10-1, 2 big wins on the road against Buffalo and the Ravens. Andy Reid bye week. Purdy's not as good as Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. Shanahan's a choke artist. I get all that. I get it all. T-Mike says, I figure South Carolina football and basketball are always upsetting a team or two every year. It's just what they do. Well, yes, that's pretty much it. Sharks money line and Sharks first to score today, San Jose. As long as they start the same goal as last night, probably not doing a back-to-back. College basketball got a bad number of Claire last night, still on them over 138 as well. Yeah, I mean, listen, 13 and 14. If you're, I get you always want the best number, but if the half point losers, Mike, I got 34 of them. I got 34 close. Actually, what I have 3. How many did I have yesterday? Bad ones. VCU by half, Syracuse by 1, Texas Tech by 2. I mean, that's 30. I'm over 40 games within 2.5 points. So I understand the frustration. Over Baylor. Oh no, in Baylor, over Baylor and over 130 in the Baylor game, and Georgia plus whatever points. Can't believe how low Virginia game totals. 115. Notre Dame is bad. New Mexico's 11. Someone has to. I mean, it was 9 last night. We're doing the show. 11. CG over 3s. That's good line. The last 2 games he has played Rockets. He has scored 6 in one game and 9 in the other, but he hasn't played against the Rockets since he played with the Blazers. That doesn't. I mean, playing a specific team. Again, I'm not a huge player prop. I'm definitely not a NBA player prop guy jumping into 3-point props. That I don't think that really has to do with the team he's playing as opposed to how he plays. He's always injured. Yeah, that's a good sit out game. You sit against Rockets. Your team should beat the Rockets. Michael B says I got some FC dogs here. Dolzy plus 140 man event. Rodriguez plus $2. 3-1 last week with the ones I gave on the show. Let's see if I get some more this week. Michael loves his UFC. Thoughts on over Kentucky? I see a 171. I got to go over. That's just on principle. Like, it's such a high number where I want to go over the number. And Kentucky, I mentioned the Kentucky-Georgia games, right? I mean, I brought that up based on taking Georgia in a spot where you're getting points at home, and it's a team that's put up 100 points in the spot. Kentucky plays to the over. I mean, what is there to say? Now, 8-2 to the over. Last 2 games, 63-57, 79-62. So there is that. But here comes Florida's going to give up an 80 spot right off the bat. So I don't hate the 171. It's going up and down. Cavaliers game's 229, and now it's at 232. Well, Cavaliers game is 232, and I have the under 228. Not the best. Baylor is now 185. Baylor is a 185 in college basketball. Analysis, thank you, Jesse. All the baseball talks got you sweating. Suns win or get smoked. Well, makes sense. I mean, they're a 3-point win or Brooklyn wins. I get it. Sharks did win for me last night, $2. Yep. Taylor Swift gets a Super Bowl ring. Lillard overplaying his old Blazer buddies. Nick says for the soccer picks, for the game soccer picks. All right, so they're the soccer overs for the game. 2.5, 2.5, 3.5. Good. Pirates, Tigers, Rockies are money even if they win less than 30%. Yeah. Pirates could be good, and they need some pitching. And again, I'm all over the Tigers. Rockies, I don't know if I could like the Rockies. Under T-Wolves look like an easy winner. Well, you get the guys out for Dallas, but in a spot like that, maybe the other guys kind of step up because it's their time to shine. They'll put some points in. I think the Wolves at home, you lost your last 2 at home. You didn't look all that great on the road. You need a crisp game. Take care of business here against the backups and win 130 to like 115 or something, Get a good win. Yes, Eric, we did say Major League Doggies. Speaking of the doggies here, we'll start backwards to forwards here. Santa Clara plus 14 in college hoops. North Florida and a pick 'em. UConn minus 13. Big fave. Kentucky, I think, takes care of business. Georgia, home doggy. St. John's full game here, but I'm going to go Xavier, first half here at a pick 'em. 51-point loss. I don't think they're good, which is why I said last night we're taking St. John's for the game. But I will think to myself, if they do show up, they will win the first half here, Xavier. Cavs under 220.5. The line has already moved. Again, I didn't switch it from last night. That's not what we do. Pelly's -2.5. T-Wolves -13.5. I will be back for late night money tonight. So put those notification bells on. Sean Higgs YouTube, Winning Free Picks YouTube. And I will see you.